Hey folks, this is Matt, and I figured I actually saw this film a while ago, but since I did a video a little while about some of my favorite films of 2017, little sort of tribute video, why not actually talk about this movie, which was and still is in my top 10 favorites of the year, The Hitman's Bodyguard. Now I know this film is not everyone's cup of tea, but I will disagree with them. Sorry, I think this is a lot of fun. I think it's very entertaining. Patrick Hughes directs, and I think he did a much better job here than he did with The Expendables 3. Having the film be rated R, be foul-mouthed, be bloody, be violent. I thought it was funnier than anything in The Expendables 3. I thought the action scenes were better handled and well done for what they needed to be, whether it be the fight scenes or uh, in particular, this chase sequence where Sam Jackson is in a boat in this canal. Ryan Reynolds' character is following him on a motorcycle, and there's bad guys trying to shoot at Sam Jackson while he's riding the boat in the canal, and the bad guys are over here. I thought that was a pretty good action sequence. I think Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds played off each other very well. I think they did a really good job with their chemistry with each other, and their their humor was natural. I didn't feel it was forced. Selma Hayek, she's a lot of fun. Cool to see Gary Oldman in there as the villain. Movie went at a good pace. This is definitely a movie I want to pick up in my collection sometime. I think it's a very entertaining flick, and I'm just surprised that Patrick Hughes. This is the same guy that did the Expendables 3. I mean, where was this guy for the Expendables 3? And then I wonder if all of those guys there just maybe overpowered him. Maybe he had no. Maybe they gave him no room to breathe. Maybe Stallone and Arnold and I don't know. Maybe all these guys said, no, you have to do this, you have to do that. I don't know. I don't know what the whole deal is. Or maybe he just fucked up and he learned and he got better. I don't know. But I will admit, Patrick Hughes, he did a good job with this flick, I think. Sam Jackson is a hitman. I like the idea that he only goes after bad people. He only goes after bad guys. You don't really get that from the trailer, but I thought that was a nice touch in the movie. And I thought it was the right touch because it's kind of like, well, how am I going to feel bad for this guy when he's killing innocent people? And then you realize, oh, he's killing only people who he deems are actual villains. And he has a nice story that Ryan Reynolds kind of figures out later. Sam Jackson tells him, but he doesn't tell him all the details, and he finds out about that later. That there's really, when Sam Jackson was a kid, his father was murdered, and his father was a preacher, and as a kid wanted revenge for his father's death. And that him and Ryan Reynolds sort of had this rivalry where Ryan Reynolds would protect someone, even if they were a bad guy or not, just whoever hired him. He was the bodyguard, and then Sam Jackson would be hired, but he had a certain code where he would only pick off bad people. So I thought that was an interesting little. I know I've seen that in other stuff, but not in a long while. I can't remember the last time I saw a movie where a hitman only killed the guilty, unless you count the Punisher. I haven't seen the TV series, but like the Punisher movies and stuff, like Vigilante. And I thought Ryan Reynolds did a really good job. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like him as an actor. Van Wilder, I haven't seen him forever. I like Green Lantern. I know a lot of people hate it. I did like Deadpool. I just didn't think it was the best thing ever, like people said it was, but I liked it for what it was. I enjoyed it. The R.I.P.D. I did not care for. I thought that was a bad flick. The Proposal was alright with him and Sandra Bullock. It was decent. I think he did one called Just Friends. I haven't seen that one. But overall, I like Ryan Reynolds. I think he does a great job here. Sam Jackson. He's a lot of fun. He says motherfucker a lot, and motherfuck this, motherfuck that, fuck shit. I think every once in a while Sam Jackson has to bring that out since he can't really say that too much as Nick Fury or in Constant Island or stuff, but this definitely let him loose. In a while, probably the last time I saw him let loose like this was, well, I guess Django Unchained. But the movie I was thinking was Snakes on a Plane, which I had fun with. I've had with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. I actually liked that movie, despite some of the wanty CG of the snakes. It was a fun B movie that I saw in the theater. I would take Snakes on a Plane over any Sharknado movie any day. You know, Sharknado gets like 5, 6 fucking movies, but Snakes on a Plane got one. So, go figure. But I like those two actors. Sam Jackson, he's been done a lot of good stuff. I like Jackie Brown. I like Pulp Fiction. Love Die Hard with a Vengeance. Zeus. Do I Puerto Rican to you? Do I look like that? Name's Zeus. As in father of Apollo. As in I'll shove a lightning bolt up your ass. Zeus. Die Hard with a Vengeance is a great action flick between him and Bruce Willis. Unbreakable, which I know he's coming back for that character in Glass, which I guess is going to have Bruce Willis, Sam Jackson as that character. Because in Unbreakable, at the end, you find out he's the bad guy. It's like, they call me Mr. Glass. Because his body shatters like glass. That's how brittle his bones are. And I guess I don't have James McAvoy's character from Split in there as well. I don't know. I don't trust M. Night Shyamalan. I don't. That's why I didn't see Split, because I saw The Village and what was that? The Visit. Fuck The Visit. Get back to a movie I do like. And pretty much Sam Jackson, he turned down Gary Oldman because he knew Gary Oldman was this homicidal, genocidal, dictator type of guy. And people are going up to the court to give their testimony against this guy. And the last person they need is Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson goes, fine, I'll do it. You gotta let my wife go. His wife is played by Salma Hayek. And Salma Hayek is a lot of fun. I liked her in a lot of stuff. I liked her in Dogma. I really enjoyed Everly. I think that's a very underrated film. That got a lot of crap. Got a lot of bad reviews. Has a very low rating on IMDb. I disagree. I think Everly was a really good flick. I never really understood the hate for it. To each their own. I like Selma Hayek. I think she's a lot of fun here. Very foul-mouthed. It's not typical. I get to hear her this foul-mouthed. But if she's going to be Sam Jackson's girlfriend, it fits. And Sam Jackson's in this convoy. It gets hit. People get killed. Decently bloody. And Sam Jackson's character is definitely a tough-ass guy. He can handle his own. He definitely is almost a one-man army unto himself. And then this girl who used to be Ryan Reynolds' girlfriend says, I'm going to call someone I can trust him. But granted, they're not together anymore. But he's going to help you get to where you need to go. Hence the Hitman's Bodyguard. And then Ryan Reynolds' character, things were going well. He was protecting this guy. He got on the plane. Everything's fine. Even though he's in the plane, boop, just killed inside his plane from a lucky shot. And you just see Ryan Reynolds' face like, and his career is pretty much done. So he's like helping this, what was it, cocaine guy or like some druggy guy. You get some decent fisticuff sequences, pretty decent stuff. Shows that Ryan Reynolds can handle his own too. Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson, they had history together. Like I said, have a rivalry where Sam would kill some of the people, try to kill some of the people Ryan Reynolds was protecting. And pretty much it's their journey to get to where they need to go. And I'm not going to go step by step, but I guess one of the nitpicks I have is at times it almost seems as if Sam Jackson's character doesn't need a bodyguard, because it seems as if most of the time Sam Jackson is able to handle it his own. So sometimes it felt like, is Ryan Reynolds' character even needed? Like, does this hitman really need a bodyguard? Because, like, when they're trying to escape from the hotel when they first meet, Sanchez just comes in, boop, 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 kills everybody. And, like, Ryan Reynolds didn't get to do anything. There's another moment where they're shooting all these, they're in a vehicle and bad guys are in a vehicle and Sam Jackson shoots them all. Bah, bah, bah. And I'm like, why is Ryan Reynolds' character here? Like, is he, is he needed? But he finally does get a moment to shine during the motorcycle chase sequence. It's a fun scene where they've had a fight and he just sitting there and all this action is happening behind him. You see in the trailer, like, you ruined the word motherfucker. He's like, God damn it. Gets on his motorcycle and he does help Sam Jackson. Does a really good job, saves him. I'm guessing that's the main point where he earns Sam Jackson's respect. And then you realize Sam Jackson has a code because when Ryan Reynolds is caught and being tortured, Sam Jackson goes back for him. And then later on, Ryan Reynolds does take a bullet for Sam. So I like when he's with Gary Oldman and he's like, you made the biggest mistake when you shot my bodyguard. And Gary Oldman's like, who? And that was a fun moment. I won't give details as to what happens there, but that was an amusing moment. And just a lot of stuff I enjoyed. I mean, I know I'm being kind of vague on this, but I don't know, a lot of times when I like a movie, it's just, I like the moment where he's talking with Sam Jackson and they're just, getting a ride in this van. Ryan Reynolds is talking to Sam, is like, fuck you, and the horse he rode in on. He stops because there's a whole thing of nuns going, ooh. Then Sam Jackson goes, hey, hello, ladies, Bella, whatever the hell it says. And then the nuns just love him, and they're singing, and Sam Jackson's clapping, and Ryan Reynolds is miserable as shit. And I like the moment when Ryan Reynolds is telling Sam about how he met his girlfriend in the past, and this thing happens in this church, and the song that plays is Foreigners. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. And then before that, there's a scene where Sam Jackson tells about the time he first met his girlfriend, Salma Hayek, and how it's in a bar, and Salma Hayek is just a badass fucking these people up, and the song playing is like Lionel Richie. Hello, is a love I'm looking for. So I think it has some fun moments with the soundtrack. I thought it went at a very fast pace. I didn't feel it went slow at all. I thought the action, when it was there, like Ryan Reynolds in this guy has this fight in I forget what kind of location it was, but it's like this foot chase that ends in this place where Ryan Reynolds is able to choke the shit out of the guy, and I thought that was well handled. I wasn't confused at what was going on. I didn't feel too much annoyance from shaky cam or such. I thought it was handled fairly well. Definitely a lot of moments that made me chuckle and smile. I think the chemistry between the two actors worked very well. Ryan Reynolds, Sam Jackson. Gary Oldman is not... I can't say he had like a lot of impact as the villain. Really, you could have had anyone play it, because it's not like the villain has a lot of memorable lines of dialogue or standout moments. But, it was serviceable. But, I mean, it's Gary Oldman, so that bumps up a notch or two. You have a good actor. But, I mean, it's not on, if you compare it to his performance in Air Force One or even in Leon the Professional, it's not much to say about it compared to those, but it's still nice to see Gary Oldman there. Yeah, I thought it was an entertaining movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think it gave me a lot of chuckles. And the biggest part is the two leads worked very well together. They were a lot of fun to bounce off each other dialogue-wise. I definitely think they had a good energy and spark. I know the film did decently at the box office. It made about, I think it cost around 30 million. It made like 70, 75 million in the US alone. So it's not too shabby. I doubt there would be a sequel because Nowadays, it's like 100 million and more or nothing. But it still did pretty decent. Again, thought this was a fun movie. Definitely a fun one to pick up sometime. I know there are people who don't like it and they're only saying the times they don't like it. Teach their own. I think it was a very fun buddy movie. And I'm trying to think what was the last buddy movie I really enjoyed. I know there's been some, but can't think of it. Can't think of the last one. There's been some bad ones, like R.I.P.D. Like, that's a buddy movie Ryan Reynolds was in, and this is a lot better than R.I.P.D. I didn't mind the other guys, even though it's Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg. I thought that was a well done movie. 21, 22 Jump Street, I do like those movies. But yeah, it's not, when you make a buddy film, you definitely need some spark between the two leads. And again, like Salma Hayek and Gary Oldman, and some nice bits of the soundtrack, and I thought it went at a good pace. I didn't feel much slowdown. And it was just, at times, funny, and the action, when it was there, was handled fine. Some fun lines of dialogue, and well, I like that expression. I remember that expression. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I can't remember the last time a movie had that expression. I'm like, hey, I remember that. Hey, that's an that's a golden oldie. Don't say old and goldie, but golden oldie phrase. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I haven't heard that in a while. I feel old. I am old. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.